live video.
Boom. Thanks, Evan.
Good morning, Facebook Live. Good morning, CrediTV. This is Jeremy Deysach, FICO certified credit coach. We're down here at ESPN Studios, Twin Cities, for a little bit of radio about housing, about how to qualify for housing. So if you guys have any questions, give us a call. It's 651-646-8255. Rick will also be monitoring the Facebook Live group, but probably not as closely because there are microphones and they can't see us on them as well as we'd hope. I've had that problem before.
Yeah, that thing is.
That happens when you hit 50.
It happens with my wife sometimes. All right. Now all right.
Good morning and welcome back. This is Minnesota Home Talk, 1500 ESPN's original real estate show. We are live here every Saturday morning and on demand at minnesotahometalk.com. I'm your host, Mike Overson with Leader One Financial. And we have back in studio with us a couple of our good friends from the Credilife program. We have Mr. Rick Wenner. Thanks for joining us, Rick.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for getting up this morning early. And we have Mr. Jeremy Deysach with us as well.
Hey there, good morning.
We are also streaming live on Facebook Live. So if you visit us, we actually have a new Facebook page for the radio show only here. So if you go to minnesotahometalk.com and go to that page, you will see our radio show streaming live there on Facebook Live. So feel free to visit us on Facebook at minnesotahometalk.com. You can watch our show. You can submit questions through the comment section on Facebook as well. You can also call in with your questions this morning. We have the credit repair professionals from the Credilife program here with us this morning. Always excited to have them on. They always bring good content. They always bring lots of questions, lots of call-in questions, lots of texting questions. Because credit, let's face it, credit can pretty much run your life to a certain point. And so it's obviously very important to make sure you know how it works, how to stay on top of it, what to do in certain situations. We're going to cover all those questions, and we're going to give you some tips and tricks for your credit later in the show. The call-in number this morning is 651-646-8255. Same number every single week there. Again, 651-646-8255. We have 4 pair of T-Wolves tickets to give away this morning.
Boom.
So 4 pairs. So the 4 best questions this morning are going to win a pair each. 2 of the pair for the Rockets on February 13th, and 2 pair are for the Lakers on the 15th.
Oh, very nice.
So 4 pairs of T-Wolves tickets to give away this morning. The 4 best questions of the morning are going to win those tickets. Call-in number for your questions, 651-646-8255. Again, 651-646-8255. If you submit a question through Facebook Live, that does not get you in the drawing for the tickets, unfortunately. But we still will answer your questions. So go ahead and submit questions through Facebook Live. We'll answer those. It doesn't get you the tickets. Now, let's say you are just rolling out of bed, haven't had your coffee yet, and you don't really want to talk just yet this morning.
Like
but
us.
Yeah, right. But you want to text in the question. You have a question you want to text in, and we have a text line. That text number is 612-202-8321. Again, 612-202-8321. You can text in your questions to us. That will get you in the drawing for the tickets.
All right.
So calls and texts will get you the tickets. Facebook Live will not, but we'll still answer those questions. So again, phone line 651-646-8255. Text line is 612-202-8321. The best way to get a hold of us at any time during the week is online at our website, minnesotahometalk.com. When you go there, you're going to see a ton of stuff. You're going to see free reports on buying and selling. There's a free property home search. There's a button called What's Your Home Worth? That button is probably the most used button on the website. When you click that, it's going to ask for some basic information. It's going to go directly to Jason Walgrave, and he is going to do a market analysis on your home and let you know what your home is worth. He can do most of the stuff right online. It'll take 5-6 minutes or so for him to do that. If you want, he will schedule a time to actually come out to your house and look at it and get you an even more accurate analysis on your home value. But if you're just curious to get a good general range by a professional real estate agent, you can certainly just do everything online. What's Your Home Worth is the button to click for that. And then we also have home buying seminars that we do every single month. There's a home buying seminar button right on the website where you can go on there and you can see the dates that we're going to be doing them, the location, who's going to be there. The whole schedule is on there at the website. We also have, which is my favorite part of the website, on the left-hand side, it's all the buttons to the We Got a Guy button. So you need credit repair, we got a guy for that. We actually have several guys for that, and 2 of them are in studio with us this morning. You are looking for home insurance, we got a guy for that. You're looking for landscaping, maybe you're looking for a real estate attorney, maybe you're looking for a home appraiser, or maybe you're looking for professional home stagers. We have people that we have worked with that have become partners of our show because we just like the way they work. We have personal experience with them, and we vouch for all the people that are on our website. So if you're in need of anything dealing with real estate, mortgage, credit repair, kind of anything in this realm, we definitely have a guy for you, and you can see all the people that we have on our website at minnesotahometalk.com. So feel free to visit us there anytime during the week. The other button that we have on there too that I want to mention real quick is Ask a Question. So when you click the Ask a Question button, you can literally send in any question you want through the website. Those questions go directly to me and Jason. And if we're not the right professional to answer that question, we'll get you in touch with the person who is the right person to answer that question. But that's also one that we get quite a bit, is Ask a Question, and we get questions submitted to us through the website at all hours during the week, and we answer every single one. So feel free to get a hold of us there. Again, that website, minnesotahometalk.com. Feel free to visit us there at any time during the week. Evan is on the phone. Well, I got hot deals here. You got some music? You got some music queued up? It's always interesting what Evan's going to play for hot deals. So we'll see what he's got here. Yes.
Oh, there we go. There you go.
When Jason's here, he plays like Bette Midler and Enya and stuff like that.
Right.
When Jason's gone, that's when we get the good stuff. The good stuff comes out.
Thanks for not being here, Jason.
Right, exactly. Oh, speaking of that, so Jason comes in to my office earlier this week. He's like, "Hey, remember I'm gone this weekend." First thing that comes in my mind is, "Oh, I better have show material ready." Not that. The first thing that came into my mind was, "I better grow my beard out."
Yeah. There you
because
go.
he's been rocking that beard for the last few months.
Right.
And everyone's used to, seeing the beard on Facebook Live. So this is my best attempt that I could come up with.
At
this point.
A good attempt.
I mean, the effort is there.
That's right.
Execution,
Hey.
little, not so good, but the
give
effort.
Give it time. Give it time.
The effort is there. I should have colored it in darker.
What color?
Like marker or something.
Yeah, blue?
Yeah.
Blue's good.
Something like that. All right, first hot deal here. We got 27630 Virginia Cove up in Shorewood, Minnesota. This house is absolutely spectacular. Everything you'd imagine in a multi-million-dollar house. It's a 5-bedroom, 8-bath, 6-car garage home. It's got just over 7,200 finished square feet. It's got a 3-acre lot on a cul-de-sac. This house is absolutely amazing. It's listed right now for $1.499 million. The payment on this one at 20% down, with taxes and insurance included, would be $77.97. We have a new construction home by Pebble Creek in Savage, 146XX Quebec Place South. This is a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3-car garage home. It is to be built yet. This one has 4,150 total square footage finished. It's got a 0.95 acre lot, so almost a full acre down in Savage. This one is listed at $899. The payment on this one with 10% down, with taxes and insurance included, would be $49.30. Pebble Creek has a few lots in the Twins Ponds development down in Savage as well. The lots range anywhere from $99,000 up to $195,000. All the lots are very big, actually. The smallest one, I believe, is 0.52 acres,
Wow.
and it goes all the way up to almost a full acre lot. Again, those price ranges for those lots are anywhere from $99,000 to $195,000. If you're interested in a lot down in Savage, or if you're interested in building a new construction home on one of those lots, they can certainly help you out with either one of those, selling just the lot or actually building a house on the lot for you. They have a new construction home. This is Pebble Creek again, at 2936 Preserve Boulevard in Prior Lake. This house is a Reggie Award-winning home. So if you're not familiar with the awards that new construction builders can get, the Reggie Award is kind of like the Heisman of college football.
Wow.
It's the top award that you can get, and so they put some features in this home that you probably have not seen before in any other homes, and that's why they won the award for it.
Cool.
This one's listed at $985. It's 4-bedroom, 5-bath, 3-car garage, 4,350 finished square feet. It's right on the 10th hole of the golf course there in Prior Lake. This one again is listed for $985. The payment on this one for 25% down, taxes, insurance, and association dues included, would be $49.09. They have a new construction home to be built on Prior Lake. It's in Upper Prior Lake, which is the south part of the lake there, 28XX Center Road Southwest. This house is a 4-bedroom, 5-bath, 3-car garage, 4,450 finished square feet. The lot is about 2/3 of an acre lot there, right on the lake. They got, I believe, 110 feet of Sandy Beach Lakeshore. This one is listed at $1.475 million.
So
And with
you can
20,
do the polar plunge right outside your door. Though.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that you guys buy this, right? And then you live there, and then you host polar plunges like daily almost. What do you think?
I like it.
You should get a turnout for that, right?
Yeah, right. Well, the thing's only about a mile and a half from where I live now, over in Savage. So yeah, I'd love to.
There you go.
It's not, the kids could go to the same school.
Right? Well, you could probably buy it with a business,
Yep.
and make it a business expense,
That's true.
and you're good to go.
I'd write the entire thing off as a polar business.
Payment on this one at 25% down, taxes and insurance included, would be $69.92. Pebble Creek Custom Homes also has their Golden Valley development, where they're building single-family homes up there. This one is located at 330 Laurel Curve in Golden Valley. It is a 4-bedroom, 5-bath, 2-car garage home, 3,800 finished square feet. Lot size is 0.12 here. These are actually villas. They have a small association on there to help take care of the exterior maintenance, but they are single families, and you just don't have to take care of the outside.
Very
So
nice.
what gets better than that? Nothing.
Especially in the winter.
Right? Yeah. They'll take care of the lawn. They'll take care of the snow removal.
Snow.
They'll take care of all that exterior stuff. But other than that, it lives just like a single family home. 10% down on this one, with taxes, insurance, and association dues included, would be $42.56. Going over to St. Paul now, 241 Morton Street East in St. Paul. This one's listed at $169.9, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-car garage. This one's got just over 1,000 finished square feet, and again, it's listed for $169.9. With 5% down, payment with taxes and insurance included would be $11.26.
That's cheaper than rent.
Absolutely. We have the spot, the cabin spot here for any sort of family reunions, any sort of party type event. This is located at 20568 Lemke Lane in Luck, Wisconsin. This home has 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 4-car garage, 2,784 finished square feet, 2.4 acres. It's got, I think, 240 feet, 250 feet of lakeshore on Round Lake over there. This one also comes with a separate, it's not necessarily a guest house, it's more of a party room down by the lake.
Really?
So when you go into this thing, it literally looks like you're at like a small local bar,
Like
where it's a nice big open room. It's got like dartboards in there. It's got that type of stuff. It would be perfect for any sort of family gathering, any sort of big
Clubhouse.
event. Yeah, that's really what it is. It's pretty sweet. Go look at the pictures online. It is amazing. Again, it's 20568 Lemke Lane in Luck, Wisconsin. This one's listed at $550,000
Wow.
with 10% down, taxes and insurance included. Monthly payment would be $31.37. And for our final hot listing here, we have an amazing estate out in Grove City, Minnesota, 56844 US Highway 12 in Grove City. This is a 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom, 14-car garage
What?
home.
All right.
This one has 7,200 finished square feet. It comes with 13 acres.
Wow. That is nice.
Pretty amazing property out there. This one is listed at $2.5 million. The same seller also has, I can't remember, like a huge, like almost like 400 acres of land for sale around it.
So you can get whatever, you pick up whatever size lot you want.
So if the
Plenty
13 acres
plenty
is
of
not,
space to drive your cars around.
right,
Well, I could make my lazy river. I've been threatening my wife to build.
or moat, maybe you build a
well,
moat.
that's kind of the idea, is put it right around the, then I don't let the children in
Right,
the house.
yeah. And you could build them their own little guest house
I
somewhere
could.
right there, and they
Well, I could
can.
get that one in Luck, Wisconsin. They could just live in it. In
Yeah.
a little guest house.
Well, those are some amazing properties, especially given
unbelievable.
how early in the year we are here. With
Yeah, absolutely. This payment on this one here at $2.5 million, 25% down. Your payment is a manageable $10,076 a month.
Oh.
For any more information on those hot listings, feel free to visit us online at minnesotahometalk.com. Check us out there. You can also get a hold of us through the website as well, like I mentioned earlier. If you got any questions, or if you want to get a custom home search set up for yourself, again, visit us at minnesotahometalk.com. All right, gentlemen, we're going to spend a lot of time on credit stuff today.
All right.
Always a hot topic. Always get lots of calls. Always get lots of texting questions here. We actually have a call-in question that we're going to take right now as we go to line. So let's go to the phones here. Let's see. We got Ryan on here with us. Good morning, Ryan. Hey, thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
We bought a hobby farm last summer, and 20 acres, and it has a couple outbuildings. And we'd like to convert one of the outbuildings into a rental, property Airbnb type rental.
Okay.
Wondering if we are better off taking out a home equity loan to do that, or if we are better off leaving it up, 3 to 5 years and just paying cash outright for it.
Ryan, that's a great question. So, I mean, if you take the next 3 to 5 years and save up money, you're obviously missing out on income that you could be making during that time. So then the question is, over the next 3 to 5 years, if you could do a home equity line of credit now, or take money out of your property now and get it finished and start, basically making money on that, would the amount of money you make on that outweigh, I guess, the cost to do so over the next 3 to 5 years? In my head, I'm thinking you'd be better off to get it done now and get the money stream flowing, because then you're just missing out.
Right.
And plus we know where rates are at today too. You wait 3 to 5 years, and let's say you're like, you know what, we couldn't save as much as we needed to. We're
Right.
still going to have to borrow some money. You might be better off borrowing it now, where rates are a little bit cheaper. That I can only expect rates to go up here in the future.
Mhm.
I guess so. Those are my thoughts. You guys got any thoughts?
I'd agree.
I would
I absolutely agree. Without a crystal ball, we have no idea where the rates are going to go. We're still at historic lows, but
Well, they were just talking
Yeah.
just last night about some of the things going on to get more money going
Yeah.
through the system. With more money going in, it's just natural the rates are going to go up. It also just makes sense just from getting it started now with the income potential that's coming in. If you look at the amount of rentals that took place during the Super Bowl here this last 2 weeks, strike while the iron's hot.
yeah, for sure.
I'm going to play devil's advocate on this one.
Okay, go ahead.
The only thing there is obviously taking the risk now is Airbnb is still pretty unregulated market. So I mean, if you finance it, he's gonna get in while the market's hot in that regard. But he also might run into the issue a year or two from now of not being able to rent it out at all and being stuck with the loan for it. Depending on the city, the code. I'm in Robbinsdale, and they're really hardcore about how they do rental stuff and so on.
Mhm.
And I could see, doing the same sort of thing, going, yeah, I'm gonna turn my house into an Airbnb and move out and then do the place forever. And then 2 or 3 years down the road, they'll be like, no, not allowed anymore, and just getting a huge fine and all of a sudden being done.
That's a good point too, Ryan, where's your property located?
Just between Stillwater and White Bear Lake.
Okay, gotcha. So
It's
Yep. So you're close enough to the metro area here where, you'd probably get lots of traffic on
For sure.
something like that.
For sure.
Yeah, that's an interesting question, though. I mean, Evan, you really think that might go away?
I'm not sure. It's just some cities have definitely expressed issues with it. Minneapolis has constantly fought with it back and forth. St. Paul hasn't had as many turmoil and things, but it's possible. I'm not saying it's likely. I'm just saying that is a risk to consider.
It's almost like when Uber started, they fought against that too. With the taxi companies, unions, whatever they are, the drivers, they really fought against the Ubers, and you couldn't get one at the airport, you couldn't get one around. Now you can get those everywhere. So our caller might be on the cutting edge of our caller might be on the cutting edge of something here.
Absolutely, Ryan. Did that help you out? I hope.
Hopefully, we didn't confuse you more.
We appreciate your call.
Well, good luck on it either way. It sounds like a great idea.
That's awesome.
Phone lines are open, 651-646-8255. Again, 651-646-8255. We have a text line open as well. The text line is 612-202-8321. Again, the text line is 612-202-8321. Do you have a house that needs a lot of work? Are you ready to sell but think no one will buy because of the condition? Would you like to sell and close in as little as 7 days? Give us a call. We have clients that are buying properties that need all levels of renovation and rehab. They are cash buyers looking to purchase right now. Give us a call or check us out online at minnesotahometalk.com. That's minnesotahometalk.com.
I'm going to let our listeners know that they can't hear
Yep.
the voice feed.
Yeah, they can't hear So those of you listening on Facebook Live right now, you guys, the Free Credit Repair Advice Group, just a little quick shout out to you. When we take a phone call, obviously you can't hear that feed. You can hear our side of things, what we're doing here. We're going to be going into credit now and home ownership, and really, I think that's a world's biggest question is what can I do to be able to qualify for that mortgage, right? So, if you do have a question, you are welcome to call us, 651-646-8255. If you ask a question in the Facebook live stream, I know you're used to doing that. It's going to be a little bit tougher on this CrediTV broadcast, but, definitely if you're willing to call, go live on the radio. That'd be fantastic. By the way, we're on commercial for those of you who are wondering why we're suddenly just sitting here. So you guys up here, you can see the feed. You see, we have dueling Facebook, don't we?
Yeah.
It's like dueling banjos, but from the north.
It looks like it's blurry. It's like it's kind of fuzzy.
I thought it was just my eyes. Here, wait. You know what happens? Here, watch. That's the problem with moving the camera around. It autofocuses, so you have to make sure it focuses on.
Gotcha.
We've got the exact same.
Is that construction market starting to click again?
Yeah, it's been cranking the last 2-3 years.
All right. You just got a lot sharper. So far as I can
that's
tell.
what I might do. I might just.
Go, let's see. Rick, here, try to be on this.
We got some text questions for
Well, I'm
you guys.
covered over here.
Well, I was just getting you focused over here. Oh, look, that's just a ton sharper. There, look.
Yeah, perfect. There we go.
Those things have autofocus. So I stick with the cell phone. The cell phone. I can understand that.
Hey, repeat the inventory and interest rates for the day, would you? We just had a caller asking you to repeat the interest rates and inventory that we're at, which is the first.
And welcome back to Minnesota Home Talk here on 1500 ESPN, the original real estate show. I'm your host, Mike Overson with Leader One Financial. We have the good fellows from the Credilife program in with us. Rick Wenner, Jeremy Deysach. They are no strangers to our show. They've been on before, and we are taking your calls and questions live. That call-in number is 651-646-8255. Again, 651-646-8255. And we have a text line, which is 612-202-8321. Again, text in your questions to 612-202-8321. we had a caller call in over the break, wanted to know where current interest rates and inventory levels are at.
Great.
I can certainly cover the interest rate deal. So we continue our slide for the worst in interest rates.
Okay.
So, since January 2nd, rates have gone up a full 0.5%.
Wow.
So they were 4% flat for a conventional 30-year fixed. Starting the year on January 2nd, they are now sitting at 4.5% for a conventional 30-year fixed. If you're an FHA buyer, if you're towards the top of the credit score tiering, then you're probably sitting at 4.25% for your FHA loan. So that's where rates are at right now. Obviously, everything is dependent upon credit score, hence why we have these good fellas in with us this morning to help us out with that piece of it. The higher the credit score that you have, the lower your interest rate will be, and the cheaper your mortgage insurance will be, which is actually typically a bigger factor than your actual interest rate as far as monthly payment goes. As far as inventory levels go, I don't have the current inventory levels with us right now, but the last number that I heard as far as inventory throughout the metro area, we were at about 6,900 homes on the market. It's the lowest we have ever seen, at least that I have ever seen since I've been in the industry, and I've been doing this for 14 years now. I think the last time we hit levels down here was maybe late 90s, early 2000-ish. But I don't think they reached this low, to be honest with you. I don't think they ever got in the 6,000 range. So I think this is the lowest we've ever seen in the Twin Cities, and it's kind of crazy out there. To be honest with you.
That's amazing. That's an amazing low number of homes. So I mean, with rates going up, with a lower inventory, it's probably more important than ever to get pre-approved, get out there, have a good mortgage lender who you can pull the trigger as soon as you find the property.
Absolutely, yeah. Speed is kind of the name of the game at this point, and then being in a good network too. Typically, when I'm sending out a pre-approval letter, I'm actually calling the listing agent on the buyer's behalf to basically vouch for their credit worthiness on the loan side of things.
It's a stronger bid. It's a stronger.
Their expedience.
Yeah. So when a listing agent gets multiple offers in on a house, so let's say there's 10 offers that came in on a particular house. When the listing agent gets a call from the loan officer for one of the particular borrowers, it carries some weight. You know what I mean?
It's like a reference. It's like a job reference. It's the owner of the company next door saying, "Hey, this person's good.
Right.
This person's worthy to hire." Well, for you calling him, it's this person is lend worthy. I'm the person who is kind of holding the keys to the bank here.
Right.
So that makes a big difference.
Yeah, I'm the
really
guy that's
does.
got the briefcase, handcuffed to my wrist when I show up at closing, and I'll be there.
Right.
That type of deal.
Last fall when we bought our place, we bid on 6 different places. One of them we bid $25,000 over the asking price, and we lost out. And it wasn't that we weren't strong. I mean, we were coming to the door with cash, so I can imagine how important it is to have that kind of testimonial as a buyer.
Yeah, it's huge. And we got a couple callers here. We're actually going to go back to the phone lines here. We have Janice on the line with us. Good morning, Janice. Great. How are you doing?
Wonderful, Jim.
I'm good. I actually have talked about this on the Facebook page with Rick about this bankruptcy that I had filed in August of 2014. Long story short, it was dismissed. But my question is, on my credit report, all it shows is the date that it was filed, and the status shows filed the date, and then it shows dismissed. But it doesn't show a dismissal date. And I was speaking to a lender that is a friend of ours, and he had said, well, it could be because anytime you've applied for anything, it's still showing that this thing is active because there's not a dismissal date on your credit report. And I don't want that to end up suspense. I mean, I've done the tips to the group and obtained a new car loan, and I'm confused as to what to do with this dismissal when there's not a date.
All right, Rick, do you want to jump on this one, or should I jump on this? All right. Janice, this is Jeremy Deysach. When there isn't a date on it, that is an aspect that you're going to want to utilize in an investigation. There's really a total of 27 different aspects, and they correspond with 27 dispute codes or condition codes at the credit bureaus. So what you're looking for is, to quote the game show, you're looking for the weakest link. And right now, your weakest link is the fact that there's no disposition on this. So what I would do is I would utilize, you had mentioned from the group, and for those of you listening out there, she's talking about the free credit repair advice group on Facebook. For that situation, you're going to want to send off the letters from the from that file section and investigate with the bureaus that dismissal date. Say, hey, verify and validate that there isn't one, and if so, I demand deletion. From a mortgage standpoint, what does it's really neat to talk about from a lender's perspective what bankruptcy looks like on a credit report.
Yeah, if there's no date for your dismissal on the credit report, it's not a problem on the loan side of things, because you can provide bankruptcy documents to show this was the dismissal date, and that's what underwriting and stuff is going to go off of.
Excellent to know.
Now, I don't know how not having a dismissal date on your credit report affects your scores or things like that. So there's that piece of it where if it's still affecting your scores because it doesn't have a date or for some reason on there, then they're going to still have to take your score into consideration. But when it comes to that actual line on your credit report, the underwriter's just going to say, well, just show me the paperwork showing the dismissal date, and that's what we'll run off.
Right.
So.
That's why it's important to have teams that are working together. Your mortgage person, your credit person, understanding where each side's coming from.
I really took the hit with the dismissal. I mean, physically in the group, and I even posted it on the group. I mean, I've gone up 200 points. So, I mean, that is absolutely phenomenal.
That's awesome.
No, and Janice, thanks for calling. One other thing I would mention too is depending upon how far you were into that bankruptcy, the effect that maybe some of the verbiage had on some of the accounts you had during that time frame, making sure there isn't dispute verbiage or verbiage in there that talks about a bankruptcy dismissal in those accounts. So those are all things we can review in an audit, look at those particular details, those aspects, and get letters out on them. Great question, Janice. Thanks for calling in.
All right, thanks. Have a good
Thank you.
Thanks, Janice. Phone lines are open, 651-646-8255. Again, the call-in number this morning, 651-646-8255. We're going to give away 4 pairs of Timberwolves tickets this morning. So the 4 best questions of the morning are going to win those tickets. Again, the call-in number is 651-646-8255. We have lots of free stuff at MinnesotaHometalk.com. Free list of non-MLS hot deals, free market analysis on your home or investment property, free home search tools, free reports on buying, selling, and investing in real estate, and free mortgage approval with me, Mike Overson from Leader One Financial. Check us out online at MinnesotaHometalk.com. That's MinnesotaHometalk.com.
Your new home, look at Pebble Creek Custom Homes. The founders of Pebble
Should we skip the next break?
have over 40 years
Yes.
We'll skip the next break and
Your new home will be the
I thought you were just going to push this one.
Yeah.
That's what you've been doing the last,
She couldn't find me.
right.
That gal couldn't find me on Facebook this morning, so she finds me on the radio.
That's awesome.
Funny.
We'll probably skip the next break. So we'll go from when we come back all the way to 7:50. Then take one last break at 7:50, then write it out. I got 2 text questions. We got another caller. So
Busy morning.
yeah.
Well, the great thing about the text questions is you can come back and answer them later and think about the answer a little bit.
Yeah.
I love texting.
Managing over 10,000 properties nationwide, the Renters Warehouse team of professional landlords is dedicated to helping everyday homeowners lease and manage.
You're waving to the group. You want to give them a wave? Tell them who we are.
How many people got watching? Did you go look?
Hey,
Yeah,
Rick.
39,000 members.
9,000 members.
Yeah, we just hit 39,000 yesterday.
Yep.
Good.
So,
Good group.
Yeah, it's been around a year now, and it's growing exponentially. We control the growth, so they're all active members. We actually boot out inactive profiles and things like that. So
Oh, gotcha.
we've got 39,000 members. We're averaging between 80 and 92%. It kind of waves throughout the week
Yeah.
of the members being active on a given day.
Nice.
So it's insane.
Nice.
It's insane.
We're putting a lot of video content on there.
Yeah.
It's great.
Good job, group. So here's one question, so that we'll answer. Furniture loan that is deducting $208 a month out of my bank account, but early payoff is $498 at this point. Can I pay it off with my Capital One credit card, which I have a $500 limit, and just pay that off instead because of a lower interest rate and lower monthly payment?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's a predatory furniture loan. There was another example of that.
By the way,
today.
Hey, group, real quick.
33.5% for
Our lender here, he is able to actually help you in all 50 states. So, I mean, if you guys are looking for a mortgage lender, you have got to check out the Minnesota Home Talk page. There's a reason that this is who we're willing to go on the radio with and put our reputation behind. All 50 states he's got access to. It's wicked. It's really good. Let me jump back to this.
How do I obtain login information with identity IQ account information?
Yeah, B-side.
So the second question was the mechanics of
What
happens.
is
after
the next step
installation.
after hiring a coach? Will I receive a startup/welcome kit in the mail? How do I obtain login information to Identity IQ and such? I missed all this information in the consultation. My coach was awesome though.
We went pretty fast through that. I
Yeah.
can review that one.
Yeah, I tell them you guys, if you've got questions kind of specific to the program that you're in, if you're in the Credilife program, we've got that Credilife VIP group for our members, our VIP members. You all can just jump into that. If you haven't requested it, I'll get you added yet today.
Online credit monitoring.
Online credit
we kept
monitoring.
track of that.
That's a huge thing. Yeah,
So
we
we
got
have the
that.
credentials.
Ooh, 1 minute.
If you're thinking of a mortgage question, you guys, any kind of mortgage question as it relates to credit, this is your chance. You got a pro live. I mean, you don't get opportunities like this every day. 651-646-8255.
I think we should touch on that M&I or MI piece with some of these FHA.
Yeah, the mortgage insurance.
Because 99% of these people are all going to be FHA.
Yeah, you're going to be a huge asset to them with any information you can give on that.
now that they've met you, Mike, they're all going to ask me what state you're licensed in.
Okay.
Sorry for hijacking the show. We didn't really mean
Can he
to.
come down to Texas?
No,
Texas
it's all
is our
good.
biggest market.
Texas is our biggest market. Atlanta's huge. Atlanta,
Houston
Georgia.
market's phenomenal.
Florida.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Florida's a big market for us. North Carolina is a big market for us. A lot of Michigan. We got people everywhere.
Welcome back to MinnesotaHometalk.com on 1500 ESPN. We are live this morning and every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. Visit us every weekend. You can watch us live on Facebook Live at Minnesota Home Talk. If you search for us there on Facebook, you can obviously listen to 1500 ESPN here on air. You can also stream us live from our website, which is MinnesotaHometalk.com. Just click the Listen Live button in the top right, and you can listen to us online there. Got lots of callers calling in. We got lots of text questions calling in. We're going to be hitting these here hot and heavy here for the next few minutes. So let's go back to the phone lines, and we have Paul on the line with us. Good morning, Paul.
Hello. Yeah, I'm calling about we're reaching a transition point looking at townhomes, and I was a little bit shocked at two things. One was inventory, and then a little bit of sticker shock in the townhome market. But we're transitioning out of a 4 or 5 bedroom, 3 bath, looking at a 3 bedroom, 3 bath, executive style townhome. I'm just surprised at inventory. I was wondering if you could comment what you guys see on inventory and townhome pricing, and kind of, I know there are a lot of under construction stuff that I'm missing, or you expect a lot of inventory to pop this spring. Just some general thoughts about the. I don't want to go to the. I want to be in the 3 bedroom, 3 bath executive, moving from a pretty good size house. I think I'm not alone in that. Comment on that.
Yeah, Paul, great question. Very common with today's market. You're not seeing a whole lot of new construction townhomes. You'll see some more on the outskirts of the cities. I know Loomis Homes is building some townhomes in like Jordan, Belle Plaine, kind of up
Shakopee,
the
that
west
sort of
side.
area.
But if you're looking in kind of the heart of the metro area, you're just not going to find much new construction at all, because there's just all the land's used up at this point.
Right.
And if there is any new construction stuff, they're typically going up with single families at this point versus townhomes. The inventory for townhomes it's just like single families. It's limited out there. I got a lot of clients that are offering over list price in order to get townhomes, just like they are offering over list price to get single family homes too. So really, that townhome market, to be honest with you, is really no different than the single family out there. It's towards the expensive side as far as prices go, and there's a lot of competition out there for them with just not many listings.
Where are you looking right now?
We're Southwest Metro.
Okay.
Right now, we're kind of early stages. We've got our house just about done with renovations and updates, and we're using we're real dependent on our yard, so we're looking for some issues for it to live.
Okay.
But it's to me, there's such a drop off in between the upper threes and there just isn't anything in the mid
Right.
fives and sixes, and it's just I'm in the mid fives on my house, and
Right.
the
that's frustrating.
I'm a little leery of, I don't want to, in business and in life, I don't like giving up control of, the homeowners association fee. I don't like the potential movement on those either, and lack of control there. But any comments on HOAs and what you guys have seen any trends on that?
I haven't seen really any issues with HOAs. Obviously, you have the standard, you got to run different things by the association if you want to do stuff to the exterior of the home. Interior, you're fine. You can usually do kind of whatever you want there. But, any exterior updates, improvements, whatever the deal is, you gotta get their, approval on it before you can do it.
Right. If you want to paint the place purple down or Prince, it's going to be a little difficult. But he's spot on. Mike's spot on. Your interior stuff, it's all you. Your exterior stuff, yeah, you're at the mercy of the mob. Or the group.
Well, I think there's the upside of it too.
There is.
In Minnesota, there's a lot of maintenance associated with the upkeep of a home. You've got snow removal and you've got all these other things going on. So you want to always research the association that you're going into, but that they're there for a reason. And I think if you look at it that way, yeah, you give up some control, but on the back end, you've got a lot of other things you don't have to be thinking about.
Some perks. There are some perks. Yeah, they're going to keep the place the way you like it.
Great.
Yeah, well, we're going to get moving on it, and I've got a late flight to take care of, and a little tired to take care of.
Oh yeah, reach out to Mike for real. He's got the area you're looking at, that west southwest metro. You reach out to Mike at Leader One here, and he's got an idea of this market. I mean, he's kind of bullseye for where you're looking.
So Paul, we'll have Jason give you a call when he gets back from vacation. And just have a conversation with you there. And, if you're not lined up with an agent just yet or so, Jason obviously would be willing to help you out. Yeah, thanks for the call, Paul.
Thanks.
Phone lines are open, 651-646-8255. One comment I am going to make here, just kind of dovetailing off that. If you look at different price ranges in the cities, if you're looking at that, 300, maybe 350 and less, those home prices have appreciated probably 15-16% over the last 2 years.
Wow.
You get up into the 500, 550, 600 and above, those homes, they're probably leveled off, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Maybe a couple percent appreciation in the last couple of years. And so that gap between the 500 plus and then, the 350 and under, that gap has shrunk because the homes have appreciated so much in that lower price range, but not near as much in that upper price range. And that's why you're seeing that lower price range be more expensive for what you can get. But making that jump up to a $500,000 house or $550 house, you just don't see that gap. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's not that big enough gap. So a lot of people are staying in their 350s and less homes because they've been seeing the appreciation come up. Like, man, this has been a great run.
Right.
Let's stay here. We can continue to get value on here. And then when they look at making the jump up to like a $450,000 or $500,000 house, what you're getting just isn't that much more for the price, and so
Right.
they're staying. And so that's what you're seeing there. As a lot of people will say, I bought my house, 4 years ago for $500. This thing should be worth $600 at this point. Well,
That makes a lot of sense.
that's not the case because that price range just hasn't moved very much.
Well, the other thing you're finding in that market, that 380 to 420 market, is a lot of people that are sitting on equity but can't access it to right size because of their credit. And,
Right.
I see it all the time. I'll see somebody kind of in my demographic, their kids are off, they're off to college, they think their house is worth, 5.25, and maybe it is, but they can't make that transition to right size because of where their credit is. So there's more than just the equity position in that. But housing markets are always interesting, and it's always going to be based upon, certainly in this market, a buyer's market. But sellers can do things for themselves by making sure their credit is in a position to repurchase.
Absolutely. So we have a text question here. This is for you guys. I have a furniture loan that is deducting $208 a month out of my bank account. An early payoff is $498 at this point. Can I pay it off with my Capital One credit card, which I have a $500 limit on, and just pay that off instead of the furniture loan because of the lower interest rate and lower monthly payment?
Absolutely. Take that deal. I mean, save that money on the financing and move on.
Yep. Do expect a hit your credit score because your balance limit ratio is going to go up outside that that magic zone we always talk about, trying to keep things at 1 to 3% to maximize the point potential in the FICO algorithm. But for the ROI, return on investment, yeah, take it, because it's going to give you a chance to have a slightly lower payment for a couple months, ease things up for cash flow, save you some money in the long run.
Great advice. We have another text question for you guys. So what is the next step after hiring a credit coach? Will I receive a startup/welcome kit in the mail? How do I obtain login information for identity IQ and account information? I missed all this in my consultation, but my coach was awesome.
I'll handle that question. That happens quite often. We get on the phone, we get excited. We're talking about all kinds of possibilities and options for improving people, putting them in a position to be pre-approved for a home loan. So the first thing is, yes, you will get your credit builder blueprint in the mail. I can rest assured that the coach that you're working with took down your address information, your shipping information. Will get you a welcome packet that will include your credit builder blueprint. If you've missed any of the credentials for your online credit monitoring, any of that, we've documented that. We'll have that included. So just email or text your coach. We'll get that information. We have it. We've got your back on that, and we'll keep track of that.
And if he was really excited, didn't ask questions, that might have been me.
If you were listening to Jeremy, you were focusing on the things that you should have been, which is his instructions on what you need to do to improve your credit.
Right. So if your coach was by far the most attractive one, then yeah, you were talking to Jeremy.
It's great. Perfect. Oh, I love it. You guys are great there. So why don't you guys tell people how they can plug in with you guys? Because I don't think we gave out your contact information. So if someone's listening to the show, they're like, "This is exactly what I need. I need some help with my credit stuff." How do they get plugged in with you guys?
Of course. Yeah, well, we are Credilife, Credilife. You can simply Google Credilife, and you will find our website. We also have, which is unique, something called the Free Credit Repair Advice group on Facebook. It is quite literally free credit repair advice. You can plug in with us there, ask some basic questions, kind of get a feel for what you need to do as far as credit coaching, as far as development to get you in position to qualify for a mortgage, to qualify for a home. 85% of the people who talk to us, that's the biggest question they've got, is what can I do to get a house? So we want to get you in that type of position. So you can use the free credit repair advice group. You can call up Credilife. You can go to your credit, CREDIT, life.com. Rick, what's our number? You give your number out. Plug yourself.
Sure.
Do it, man.
Sure. It's 651-444-3808. Again, this is Rick Wenner, the credit oracle here. It's 651-444-3808. One other thing, too, I will add to what Jeremy said there is if you want to be more of a fly on the wall, you don't want to get interactive in a social media setting with your particular situation, we do have a web application that is available from our website. Again, that website's www.yourcreditlife.com. You can put in some information and you'll have a one-on-one connection with the coach without having to spill the beans, so to speak.
Right.
So there's a lot of ways to get a hold of us, but we want to field your questions, and that free credit repair advice site is
absolutely
awesome.
And there's one last, we've got a lot of things. There's one last thing that we run. It's on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel called CrediTV, CrediTV. And if you subscribe to that, you can watch videos, you can watch Facebook Lives, you can watch this one that we're doing today on the radio. That'll be there. Follow, subscribe, and that's another avenue to get a hold of us. And then obviously through our partnerships, you can also get a hold of us, and we can have you get a hold of Jason. We can have you get a hold of Mike Overson.
Beautiful. Thanks, fellas. We got to go to a quick break here. We do have a caller waiting for us that we're going to take right after the break. So, Mike, hang on the line. We will hit your question next here. Are you thinking about getting into the real estate market? Would you like to know more about investment properties? Is it time to diversify your investment portfolio? It's time to contact us now. We want to work with you. Check us out online at MinnesotaHometalk.com. That's MinnesotaHometalk.com.
Kaylee's listening. We better behave.
Oh no, Kaylee's listening.
Oh, the boss's wife.
So that's Chaz's wife.
That can't be good.
So, Katie or
Good
Kaylee?
morning.
Oh no. Hey, those of you on Facebook Live on the Free Credit Repair Advice Group and Credit TV, I thank you guys for listening in. If you have not yet gone to www. And it doesn't matter where you are for this one, MinnesotaHometalk.com. That's www.MinnesotaHometalk.com. hometalk.com. If you haven't utilized the resources on that yet, you have got to use this website. Check it out. It's got Mike. It's got Jason Walgrave. You can find out about mortgage. You can find out about realtors, real estate. You can find out about everything you really need to do to buy a house, plus resources. He's got everything on there. It's insane. I thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, you can call us on the real estate hotline here at ESPN Studios. It's 651-646-8255. You can also ask questions in the thread. It's going to be tough for us to get a hold of. If you're from Minnesota, best questions are getting Timberwolves tickets today, you guys. So call in, text in. Love to hear this.
Havens texted in a question.
What do you ask?
Knowing your knowledge today in credit, money management, and mortgage, what advice would you give your younger self? Credit and mortgage is not talked about in schools. Wonder if there's anything you wish you would have known before to be prepared for
Oh,
the
that's a
future.
great question. Do we have live or do we have
I can do that. So I'm gonna go to Mike here. Credit question: FICO versus credit rate for home loan.
Perfect.
So we'll take that,
That's a
and
good
then
one.
I'll comment a couple of things on your guys', and then if we have time, we'll hit this.
Cool. Okay, we want to make
Mike's
sure
teeing
that.
it up for us right here on the credit FICO versus rate thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
It's a show like this. I could talk for probably 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Something like
I'll
this.
do these live Q&As on Facebook, and I'm on there for now.
Yeah, two hours.
And welcome back to Minnesota Home Talk on 1500 ESPN. I'm your host, Mike Overson of Leader One Financial. Had a great show this morning so far. Thanks for tuning in. Facebook Live people, thanks for watching this morning. Callers, texters, thanks for your questions. That's why we're here. We want to answer your questions. We'd much rather answer your questions live than just kind of spill information out. So we want to get the content to you guys that you guys are looking for. So we definitely appreciate the calls and the text messages. We're going to go back to the phone lines, and we have Mike on the line with us. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Great.
Good, good. Hey, Jeremy, Rick.
Hey.
You guys were talking briefly a moment ago in regards to interest rates and getting a better rate depending on where you're at within the credit score tier. And it just got me thinking, obviously the higher your FICO score, the lower your mortgage interest rate. But I'm
Correct.
curious, is there a particular score that once you reach it, you won't necessarily get any lower of an interest rate if you raise your score any further? In other words, what's the lowest FICO score to obtain the lowest interest rate?
Yep. So that's a great question. It depends on the loan program. So conventional loans, typically, you need to get to a 760 or higher score to get the best of the best. That's going to give you the lowest interest rate. It's going to give you the lowest mortgage insurance rate. And then it kind of goes in 20-point chunks to maybe 30-point chunks after that. So then, 730 or 740 to 760 is the next block. 720 to 740 would be the next block, and so on. When you're talking government loans, which would be FHA, VA, or USDA loans, 700 to 720 is about the top tier for those, and if you go any higher than that, you're not going to get any better in interest rate. So that's kind of one of the things the government does on their loans is, they really don't rate their interest rates too heavily on credit scores.
Mm-hmm.
Someone with a 640 score versus someone with a 740 score on one of the government loans, your interest rate maybe will be different by a quarter of a percent. If you're looking at conventional, a 640 versus a 740 score
Huge.
might be 0.75% difference. And then you got the mortgage insurance piece of it too. That's way different.
Yep.
Where on the government side, again, the mortgage insurance rate that you pay, no effect on credit has no effect on it. So whether you have a 640 or 740, the mortgage insurance is going to be exactly the same for those people on those government loans. On the conventional side, you're going to be paying 3 to 4 times as much for that mortgage insurance for that lower rate. And so on the conventional side of things, it's that much more important to have a higher score because you're going to win in both the interest rate side of things and the mortgage insurance side of
Yep.
things.
So for the conventional, that's your Fannie Mae, your Freddie Mac, the kind of the ones that the loan officer wants to go to.
Jumbo loans, if you're
Jumbo loans,
if you're
okay.
doing jumbos,
Yep.
that's basically a conventional loan as well. So
Sure.
jumbo loans, you typically you have to have a 700 score just to even qualify
Just
for
to
one.
come to the party.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's a great question though, Mike.
Awesome question. Awesome question.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Phone lines are open, 646-8255. Again, 651-646-8255. Text in line, that number is 612-202-8321. So one thing I wanted to mention with you guys, and I was thinking about that this morning as I'm coming up here, the best thing that you guys do is, if you think of credit is really a habit, right? It's what's your habit of managing money, making payments on time. So if you have good financial habits of managing money, paying payments on time, keeping balances low, and things like that, your score is going to reflect that.
Correct.
If you have habits that are bad for those particular things, your score is going to reflect that as well. Your guys' program is not just a, hey, do this, this, and that, and then good luck.
Right.
It is, hey, we're going to do this, but we're also going to help you for the future because we're going to instill these good financial habits so that it's not just a Band-Aid over the wound. We're actually going to fix this thing, and you're going to come out of it, looking brand new.
It's a holistic strategy. It's a whole life strategy. We know that your credit doesn't operate in a vacuum. You know what I mean? It depends on your budget. Depends on your spending styles. It depends on your debt. It comes down to opening the mail when you get these bills in the mail and not hiding from them, or not just ignoring them because it's too painful to look at. Yeah, we want to change these habits and retrain ourselves into good and healthy financial habits.
Yeah.
I think one other thing that goes along with that, Mike, and that's a great point, is explaining to our clients why. It's easy to show up to the gym and have your gym coach just telling you what to do, but when they're explaining to you why you're doing this exercise, why you're doing that diet, in our world, why we're asking you to do this or why we're asking you to do that, it helps you stay engaged, and it helps you change that behavior, so now you understand why that's important to the lending process.
Absolutely, yeah. It understanding exactly why you're doing it. And the funny thing is that, especially in the credit repair world, the why, you have to explain that, because what you think would make sense, common sense, I should do this. And you're going to be like, no.
Right.
That's the worst thing you can do.
Right.
And so then they're thinking, okay, does this person really know what he's doing?
Right.
Because it's pretty obvious that I need to pay this collection off right now, right?
Right.
And it's completely different. You got to know the why you're doing things, because
Absolutely.
you could completely shoot yourself in the foot.
Absolutely. And being a lender that knows that is so. You are so far ahead of the game. It's unbelievable. Loan officers and realtors, what do they say down south? Bless their hearts. Often, don't know what you just said. They'll say, "Hey, well, you want to pay off this? You want to pay off this collection right away?" Not realizing, not knowing, not ever having been told or taught that that's going to drop your score. And it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So plug into these guys. I highly recommend them. Any sort of credit help you need, you can find them on our website at minnesotahometalk.com. Their contact information is there. You can just Google Credilife, and they will show up there as well. So we appreciate you guys listening in this morning. Thanks for the calls. Thanks for the text message questions. We will be back next week. We'll be on Facebook Live again. We'll be live here on 1500 ESPN. And have a great week.
Little motley crew.
Yeah. All right. Hey, for our Facebook Live Free Credit Repair Advice Group, you guys, thanks for tuning in. We're going to be on a little bit later today in the group, obviously, answering your questions. Moderators and admins can help in the meantime for that. Again, if you have not gone to MinnesotaHometalk.com, you have got to check it out. You do. You got to check it out. Also, if you haven't subscribed to CrediTV on YouTube yet, CrediTV, definitely want you to do that. For Rick Wenner, for Jeremy Deysach, for Mike Overson, for Minnesota Home Talk, and for Credilife, for Free Credit Repair Advice Group, and CrediTV. Thanks a lot, guys. Signing off. Yeah, thanks for having us on, man.
Are we? Does Jared have us plugged into the?